Welcome back to another weekly market and financial update. Yesterday, Monday, June 10th, 2024, we saw the market at an all-time high, and just this morning, Tuesday, June 11th, we see the market down. So why is that? Well, if you've been paying attention to the news and what's been going on, the Fed is currently meeting today and tomorrow, and they are expected to come out with their meeting minutes and report tomorrow, Wednesday, around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And this meeting is important because we're marking about halfway through the year, and we've been talking about inflation a lot and what is the Fed going to do. So the narrative in the beginning of the year in early 2024 was that the Fed was likely slated to do about 3 rate cuts throughout the year. That narrative has really shifted, and I would say it's sort of a mixture of feelings from folks. Some folks say they're predicting maybe 1 rate cut, and other folks are predicting maybe 2 rate cuts. So it's really tough to say what the Fed is going to do at this point, but all eyes are on the Fed for their guidance in terms of what are the rate cuts going to look like, if any. So the market is a little bit unstable. Again, we all know that markets can handle good news, they can handle bad news, but the one thing they can't handle is uncertainty, right? And that's what we're dealing with right now. It's just some uncertainty, not that the economy is doing poorly or anything along those lines, mainly just around the Fed. So again, we'll sort of keep an eye on the Fed and determine what they're going to do. And next week, we'll have some more conversation points after they come out with their decision, and we'll talk a little bit more about that then. In other news, really the biggest thing that's going on is Apple stock, right? Apple stock today hit an all-time high, and they are unveiling their new AI. And I know AI is artificial intelligence, and of course, Apple had their play on it, and they're calling it Apple Intelligence, right? So I think this really shows the trend towards major investments into the AI sector and technology. AI is becoming such a prominent place in our lives and everything that we do. I'm seeing all sorts of commercials about it. You know, Adobe is advertising their AI and how it can help correct PDF documents or help make work life easier. Microsoft has their own AI program now, which can help solve issues within their own internal documents, whether you're looking at PowerPoint, Excel, whatever it might be. So AI is becoming a very big player in today's world, and I think sooner rather than later, it will just become integrated as a part of everyday life. So AI is going to have a lot of attention, especially as it's still sort of the new and exciting trend and feature that's out there. Not to say that it hasn't been out, but it's becoming more exciting because more folks and more companies are pouring their time, efforts, and dollars into these investments and really making them grow and excel. So again, as AI becomes a more prominent figure in the marketplace, we'll talk more about how that can integrate as a part of investment strategies or how it can have an effect on the market as a broader whole. So thank you so much for tuning in this week. Again, not as much to talk about just because we're really waiting to see what the Fed is going to do. But next week, we'll talk all about what the Fed's decision means and how that will affect market trends through the rest of 2024. So thanks again for tuning in. Enjoy the beautiful weather, and we'll see you next week.